Hello children, today we will start a new chapter, chapter 3 HCF and LCM. What does HCF stand for? HCF means highest common factor. Children, we have also learned this chapter in class 4th also. So before to start a chapter, highest common factor and the LCM, so we have to focus on some points that you have to be learned while performing the problem sums. So firstly, we will discuss about the factors. So what are factors? A factor of a number is any amount that divides into that number exactly and leaving no remainder. It means you have to find that the combination of pairs of the numbers so that it will be exactly divisible by the given amount so that it will leave the remainder 0. So we need to first example is we need to find out the factors of 24 and we have to find out that combination or the pairs of number so that it will give you 24. So after multiplying we will start from 1 always. So if you will multiply 1 into 24, so what you will get 24 only, because we know that every number is a factor of the number itself. So if you will multiply 1 into 24, then you will get 24. And now you have to think about other numbers, what you have to multiply to get 24. So the next number is 2. So if you will multiply 2 into 12, then you will get 24. Then in the same way, we will multiply the next number 3, and it would be multiplied by 8, and it will be equals to 24. It means that you have to be find out, you have to make the factors like this so that your answer will come after multiplying the numbers 24. And the last pair of the factors are 4 and 6, and this will give you 24 because 4 into 6 is 24. And the pairs, the four pairs we have got here now, and these are called the factors of 24. So here, what are the factors of 24? So these are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 12, and 24. And we have taken out these factors from here only because 1 and 24 are the factors. 2 and 12 are the factors of 24. 3 and 8 are the factors of 24. 4 and 6 also the factors of 24. So you have to write in a sequence. Firstly, we write 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, and after 6, 8, 12, and 24. These are the factors of 24. So after learning the factors, now we will come to the next point, common factors. What are the common factors? So common factors are somewhat related to factors, but the only difference is of the that we will see in the question. So in that common factor, what we will find the factors of two or more numbers. When you are finding the factors of two or more numbers, because in the above example, you can see that we can find the factors of every number, but whenever we are talking about the common factors, so we should need two numbers, or you can also find the factors of two or more numbers, common factors. So then you will find some factors are same, or we can say that common, then they are called common factors. So let's take an example. So I'm taking example 12 and 16. So we have already learned how to find the factors. So firstly, we will find the factors of 12. And these numbers are exactly divisible by 12. That's why these are the factors of 12. So 1 is exactly divisible by 12. So 1 is a factor of 12. 2 is exactly divisible by 12. 2 is a factor of 12. In the same way, 3, 4, 6, and 12 are the factors of 12. So we will write in this way. And the factors of 16, because here we are having a two numbers, so you need to find the factors of two numbers. And now we will write the factors of 16, and it would be 1, 2, 4, 8, and 16. Only these numbers are divisible by 16. That's why we have written only these five numbers, that is 1 to 4 and 4, 8, and 16. Now, children, we are talking about the main concept, that is common factors. Now what is common factor? Which is same in both the numbers. The numbers which are same in both the given numbers, that is the common factor, which are present in both the numbers. You can also say like this. So if I will check that the number 1 and 1 is present in 12, and also 1 is also present in 16, so these are the common factors, so we will circle it, right? Then after it, we have to check the number 2. 2 is present in 12 and 16. Sorry, 2 is also present in 16. So we will circle that 2 also, because 2 is present in both the numbers. Now we need to check the number 3. 3 is present in 12, but if you will check that 3 is not present in 16, because 16 is not divisible by 3. That's why it is not a factor of 16. So we will not write this number, so we will move to the next one, that is 4. So 4 is a factor of 12, as 12 is divisible by 4, because 4 3s are 12, so 4 is a factor of 12. So 4 is present in 12, 4 is present in 16, so it is present in both the numbers, so we will circle it. Now 6 is present in 12, but 6 is not present in 16, so it will not a common factor of 12 and 16. Which numbers are coming same in both 12 and 16? These are called common factors. So in the same way, 12 is not present in 16. So we will only just write the common factor which I have circled it. So we will write the common factors of 12 and 16 which are present in both 12 and 16. That is 1, 1, 2, and 4. These are the only common factors which are divisible by 12 and 16. Now, after talking about the common factor, let's move to the highest common factor. Now, firstly, we have learned factors, then we have learned how to find the common factors. Now we are learning how to find the highest common factor. To find the highest common factor, firstly, we will find the factors, then common factors, then out of the common factors, we will check that if out of the given common factors, which one is the having a larger value or a biggest value, that will be the highest common factor. So let's start with its definition. The highest common factor of two numbers is the largest or the highest number which is a factor of both. Let's take the previous example. So we have already found the factors and common factors of 12 and 16. Now we have to check the HCF. HCF means we have to find the highest common factor. So which is the highest common factor out of these three numbers, that is 1, 2, and 4. 4 is having a larger value, so 4 is a highest common factor of 12 and 16. It means this is the highest value, which is exactly in which the 12 and 16 are exactly divisible by 4. So the highest common factor of 12 and 16 is 4 only. Now we will learn about prime numbers. What are prime numbers? A number that has exactly two factors. Which two factors? 1 and the number itself is called a prime factors. Let's see an example. So here 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17 are the prime numbers. This we have already learned in the previous class also. What are prime numbers and how to find the prime numbers. So only you need to understand that if the number is having a two factors, for example, if I am taking randomly a prime number, that is 17. So 17 is having a two factors because we can write 17 in two ways. 1 into 17 is 17 and 17 into 1 is 17 and the number itself. So 1 and the 17 are the only two factors of 17. That's why it is called a prime number, right? Now let's move to the composite number. And always 2 is the smallest even prime number. Keep this in mind that 2 is the only even prime number. Composite numbers. What are composite number? It is opposite of the prime numbers. Prime numbers are having two factors, composite are having more than two factors, and it is called a composite number. Now, let's take an example. Uh, Composite number starts from digit 4. Why? Because if you will start from 1, because for the 1, if we'll talk about the number 1, 1 has only one factor. So we cannot split 1 in two parts because it is only the 1 and it is having a 1 factor. So we can say that 1 is neither a prime nor a composite number. Why it is not prime? Because we cannot split in two parts, and the prime is saying that if it is having a two factors, then it is a prime number, but 1 is has only a one factor, so it is not a prime. And if we will talk about why the 1 is not a composite number, because composite number is saying that it has more than two factors. But again, 1 has only one factor. That's why 1 is neither a prime nor a composite number. So when we will talk about the number 2, and the prime number is the 2 is the only even prime number because it has two factors. Now, after 2, you will get 3. 3 is also having a two factors. Now, if you will talk about the number 4, 4 is having more than two factors. If you will check the number 4, 1 into 4 is 4, 2 twos are 4, and 4 ones are 4. So it has more than two factors because 1, 2, 4. They are the three factors. That's why it is called a composite number, and it is the smallest composite number. So 4 is the smallest composite number. In the same way, 6 has more than 3 factors, 8 also, 9 also, 10 also, 12 also. These are called composite numbers. So you have to remember all these terms to solve the highest common factors problems. So now our next topic is basically the highest common factors, and there are the sums and the methods related to highest common factor. So we have already learned the definition. Highest common factor of a two numbers is the largest or the highest number which is a factor of both the numbers. And children, sometimes we call highest common factor as a GCD, and it is a greatest common divisor. Greatest is replaced by the word highest, and common is same, and the factor is here divisor, because factor means you have to divide that number so that it will not leave the remainder, or it will leave the remainder 0 in all the cases. That's why it is exactly divisible, and then it will give you the highest common factor. Now we will learn the first method to find the HCF. And which is that method? This is the prime factorization method. So from the word we can understand that prime factorization method. Prime means we need to use a prime numbers to factorize the given problem. So let's start with the first example. First is the find the HCF of 72 and 81 and 99. So here we have three numbers. So we have to find the HCF by prime factorization method. Children, they are saying to find the HCF because we have already learned when we were doing the terms. So in that one, we have learned that firstly to find the HCF of any numbers. So firstly, we have to find the factors, then common factors, then highest common factor. It would take so much time. To reduce the times, we have made the method that is a prime factorization method. So we will use that one. So firstly, to find the HCF of 72, 81 and 99, you have to find the prime factorization individually. So for it, we will make a standing lines. So you have to make the lines like this. This is called the division method. Sometimes it's called the division method also. So we will write that number 72, right? So we will write 72 at the top. Now we have to check by starting with the lowest prime number, that is 2, and we have to check that 72 is exactly divisible by the lowest prime number, that is the smallest prime number 2. Yes, we can divide 72 by 2, so it will go with 2. So you can do the division in the rough if you want to do. So we will divide 72 by 2, so 2 3s are 6, leaving a remainder 1. 2 will be bringing it down, 2 6 are 12. So the quotient is your answer and the remainder is coming 0. So 36 to 36 are 72. You have to check like this. 2 36 are 72. And the question you have to write down below 72. And now let's find out the next factor of 36. So again you have to start with the smallest prime number. So it will go with again the smallest prime number, that is 2. So we will write the 2 over here. So we will again divide 36 by 2. 36 divided by 2. 2 ones are 2 and this will give you 16. 2 eights are 16. So it means that 2 18s are 36. So we will write 2 outside as the smallest prime number and 18 down. After it, again we need to check that 18 is divisible by 2. We cannot start the next prime. If it is going by 2, then you have to continue. Then again we will divide 18 by 2. Yes, it is completely going and giving the remainder 0. So 2 nines are 18. And after it, we cannot divide 9 by 2 because it's an odd number and 2 is an even number. So it will divisible by 3. So we will divide 9 by 3. So 3 3s are 9. Question you have to write down. Now we have to check this number is going with the number itself, that is 3. 3 ones are 3. Children, you have to stop it here. Once you will get the 1 in the question, it means you have to stop the division, right? So we have to write the prime factorization, so we will write at the last. So now the next number is 81. We have to find the prime factorization of 81 in the same way like we have done for the number 72, right? Now for it, you have to make a standing line also. Now the next number is 81. We have to write down 81. So 81 doesn't come in the table of 2. So we have to divide it by 3. So this would be 27. So 3 27s are 81. Next we have to check that 27 is again divisible by 3. So we will write 3 nines are 27. Again the 9 is divisible by 3. So 3 3s are 9. And 3 is again the dividing by the number itself. 3 ones are 3. Again we have got the 1. We have to stop the division over here. The next number is 99. Children, to make a standing line, you have to use a scale. Now, we will find the prime factors for the number 99. So the next number is 99. Now, we have to start with the smallest prime number. So we cannot divide by 2. We will take the next prime number, that is 3. So 3 3s are 9. Again 3 3s are 9. After it, 33 is again dividing by 3. So we'll write 3 ones are 3, again 3 ones are 3. It would be 11. 3 11s are 33. Now 11 is itself a prime number, so we will divide by 11. So 11 ones are 11. Here we have got again 1. So we will stop the division over here. Now we will write, what will be the next step? We will write the prime factorization of all the numbers, all three numbers. So firstly we will write 72. So the prime factorization of 72 is 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 into 3 into 3. So we have to write like this: 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 3. Now the next number is 81. We will write 81 and its prime factorization, that is 3 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 3. So this would be 3 multiplied by, this is 4 times 3. So we will write 4 times 3. Now the next number is 99. We will write the prime factorization of the number 99, and this would be 3 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 11. Now what we will do next? Now we will find the common factors, and you know how to find the common factors. So we need to check if the same number should be present in all the numbers. So firstly we will check the number 2. Let's take a different color so that it would be better clear to you. So the next number is 2 in 72, right? We need to check in other numbers also, in 81 and 91 factors. So we cannot see the 2 over here, so we will leave that number. So again after it 2, so 2 is not present in 81 and 99, leave it. So we no need to check the numbers 2. So we'll start from 3. So I can see that 3 is present in all. So you have to take only 1. If you are selecting 1 3 from 72, you have to select 1 3 from 81. So we will circle all 3 present in all 3 numbers, that is 72, 81 and 99. Now the next is, again I can see that 3 is also present in all 3 numbers. Now circle it. You have to circle those numbers only which are present in all the numbers, that is 72, 81 and 99. Now which you have circled, just write it down again, writing the HCF, because at the last we are finding HCF now. For the HCF, what you have to do? Just write down. So these 3 you have found in all the 3 numbers. So select that one only. Now the next 3 is also present in this one. So it is coming common. So you have to write only once. So what you will get, you have to write 3 into 3, and this will give you 9. So it means that HCF of, lastly you have to write HCF of 3 numbers, that is 72, 81 and 99 is 9. Why we have found the HCF? Because we need to find the highest one out of these 3 numbers. It means that 9 is that number which is exactly 72, 81 and 99. These are the 3 numbers which is exactly divisible by the highest number 9, right? So this question you have to do in this way. Thank you.